Hey guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Roxanne. We are backstage at Slam Dunk Festival 2021 and the guys from Alkaline Trio join me now. Gentlemen, how are you?
Very good.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Hanging in there. I mean, let's start with that obvious question that I know you will be asked a million times, but it is important. We're back at live music, guys, and more than that, you're back in the UK. This must be, after the last couple of years, quite a nice feeling to finally be back doing this again, right?
Kind of amazing. I mean, yeah, this is our first show. This is our, the first show that we played. The first show back in the UK was a nice way to kick it off because we've always had such a great time here. It's been like a second home for us, obviously, and now, getting to come back over here, having Derek with us for the first time in a few years. Everything's been everything's been great.
Yeah, no, it's really nice to see it, man. I mean, that is kind of the interesting thing, isn't it? That so many bands we've talked to, they've had that time off and then it's suddenly back in the rehearsal room and it's like, oh, do we remember exactly how this works? I mean, how was it for you guys? Did it take a second to blow the cobwebs away or were we all good?
It's exactly what you just said. Right, okay. It's like, what did I say last night? It's like riding a bike if it was difficult.
It's a lot harder to ride a bike.
Yeah. But like a couple songs in, kids were happy, so we're happy.
Yeah, finally kind of came back. And I wanted to mention as well, I saw you guys going to mention it a little bit online and stuff, but we are at 20 years now of From Here to Infirmary, which is very nice to give it that little nod there. Did that impact in any way thinking about things like, the set list? Maybe it'd be nice to put some of the songs we've not played in a minute in there or anything like that?
Not really, because I wasn't aware. I guess I could have done some math, but I don't know. Maybe we should have put a couple more from that one on there. But that's pretty exciting. We're pretty old. Like Petey.
It's nice to always get to these moments though with these. I mean anniversaries are what they are, aren't they? But to see the impact, I suppose, after this long, that's got to still be a lovely thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Nice to kind of keep it in there. The EP last year, that's a nice little moment there when that kind of came out. You did a little bit of new music in there. Tell me about, I guess, has there been more stuff being worked on while you've had this downtime? What's the kind of creative space been like in terms of working on possible more new music while you've all been at home?
I can only see her mouth moving.
It is fucking loud. I will say this. We won't. I'll just shout it, Matt. How's it going?
I don't want to yell over things. No, we won't have a show later.
We'll do it like this. New music. Has there been much being worked on during this whole kind of lockdown period? How you guys been getting on?
I try and write a song every day. I mean, mind you, it's not necessarily a good song, but it's a practice that Tim Armstrong hipped me to. And so yes, I sometimes it's easier than others, but I have managed to write a lot of songs, some that no one can ever hear.
Well, I did read in a recent interview with you, though, Matt, that you were saying that maybe some of the new Trio stuff, like the Strokes was an influence in there. Were you saying that, or these guys?
That was taken out of context. It was a little sensational, the way it was laid out on the, with my picture and that, like, big, because it was just kind of a passing, like, the journalist asked me what I'd been listening to. And the Strokes put out that new record with Rick Rubin, which I love.
One of the best records of the year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great record. And I said, I'm not sure what made it into the article, but if memory serves, I said that was something I really dug that was newer. And I said, it's hard to not imagine that things you listen to all the time wouldn't influence what you're writing. Yeah. So it was a little, I said that, but again, taken out of context, it looked like, we're going to write a record that sounds like the Strokes. It's like, no.
No one expects that. No.
But I love the Strokes, so
of course.
I wasn't mad. It was just...
Right. Exactly. We've loved the Strokes forever.
Oh, of course.
But it hasn't really infiltrated. It's just like you said, it could have been a Slayer record that had just come out or something, and
yeah,
a lot of Slayer.
It's like, so you never know.
But you never know. Hey, I wanted to ask you as well about, in terms of other things we worked on, solo material as well, which is really, really exciting. Talk to me a little bit about working on, I guess, putting that record together. I imagine it must have been largely a kind of lockdown project, this latest record for you, right?
Not really. Okay. It was like, I had a handful of songs that I wasn't entirely sure what they were, if they were Trio, if they were my own. I ultimately decided they sounded a little more like I should just make my own songs and keep working on different trio stuff. But I mean, it kind of happened really quickly. Mike Park convinced me to come out to San Jose with my wife's extra nudge out the door. And, you know, Mike introduced me to a couple great musicians, and we just started playing, and I was like, all right, we're going to do more than just a few songs. Let's keep going, more and more and more. And I love being in the studio, so it was about 10 days of just long studio days and just writing and playing, and it was really fun.
Yeah, just seeing where it takes you, I guess. That's always the best way to be, really, isn't it? And Matt, I had a chat with Mark last year and a chat with Feldy as well about potential new Blink stuff. Obviously, you know, I'm sure that's taken a bit of a back seat recently and perfectly understandable, but, I mean, did you guys get much of a chance to actually work? I know there was meant to be an EP at some point and all these kind of things. Sounded really interesting from what I heard from Mark and John talking about some of the aims and the styles in terms of what you were playing with. Yeah, how was that experience for you then?
It was cool. It was different. I mean, we were doing it, you know, via satellite. Like, I have a really nice studio next to my place, and everybody has their respective home studios. So it was cool that we still got to. I think the songs are done. I think I did vocals, but we were communicating about the songs the whole time. So it was cool. It was like. You know, the fact that we got to do some work at all, got to play it all, was something that I don't think a lot of musicians had the luxury of doing. So it was cool. I'd rather be in the same room, but you know, I'm thankful we got to do anything at all. So I think it's really cool. It's Blink, but it feels like not a departure, but a progression. The songs are, I think, pretty interesting.
Really, really intrigued to hear that whenever that arrives, man. No, it's very, very exciting. I mean, there we go. We'll just do that straight after. Very exciting news as well that's just kind of broken with you guys. Of course, we're going to get to see you back here in the UK, not just playing live shows, but with Taking Back Sunday as well. What a lovely, lovely pairing that is. You must have known those guys a fair bit over the years and stuff. You know, what's that kind of relationship like? And I guess, yeah, how did you guys decide, yeah, this would be a great little double bill? Really fits, I think.
Well, I mean, I would say we're well acquainted, sure. But it is kind of interesting that we haven't really done more shows together. We played with them on festivals. Like, Adam's a great dude. Like, we've known those guys for a long time, but I really am looking forward to getting to know them more on this tour, and I'm really looking forward to just coming back here in general for like a proper tour. But yeah, I mean, I know I enjoy that band. I know they're a fucking great live show. I know it's going to be a great tour. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a pairing, that one, man. We can't wait to see those guys back in the UK next year. I'll let you guys go and get ready for your show, boys, but it's really, really nice to chat to you as ever. Look forward to seeing you next year, all right? Take care of yourselves, all right? Good stuff, Alkaline Trio.